Bundles are obviously one of the fastest ways to increase average order value on your Shopify store. The one thing a lot of people don't tell you is that the prettier it looks on the front end, typically the messier things get on the back end. Because the second you bundle products, that means you're starting to deal with inventory syncing across all of the items in that bundle, multi-location stock if you have different warehouses, picking accuracy, discount logic, returns of bundles. There's so much that goes into creating these. Even though it can sound scary, it really isn't, and there's simple solutions to all of those things that I mentioned. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can create product bundles on Shopify without causing any friction to the experience. If this is your first video you're coming across on our channel, then hey, I'm Tina and I'm the head of marketing at Simple Bundles. We're a Shopify app that works with over 20,000 brands from all stages and sizes, those in scale-up mode to mid-sized businesses to really enterprise businesses like Glossier, Stanley Cup, and more. Where we focus as a bundle app is ways for you to create any type of product bundle without causing friction to any of the back-end operations, from picking, packing, shipping, returns, all of those things. And oftentimes, a big differentiation between bundles that just look good and bundles that can scale with your business is how they operate with all of your workflows in the back end, making sure it's a seamless experience for both you to manage and for your customers to be able to order and know that they're getting the right thing. First, let's start with some of the common friction points I have heard from brands just like you. Number one is bundles overselling items that aren't actually in stock. The 3PL not knowing which items to pick in a bundle and getting very complicated lists that take them forever to sort through in the warehouse. Struggling with giving your customers the flexibility to mix and match what they want in their bundle. And subscription bundles, which if you've ever tried that, you know that one becomes complicated very fast. So let's talk about solving these things. Because the goal here isn't to just make a bundle, it's to make a bundle that both converts and stays accurate behind the scenes. So today I'll cover how Shopify bundles work, front end and back end, the two core bundle structures, high converting bundle types that you can copy like starter kits, build a box, step-by-step setup using Shopify Bundles app versus a third-party tool, when you should switch to a third-party app and how to choose one, and then a quick checklist to make sure your bundle setup won't create inventory or fulfillment problems. And stick around to the end because I will give you a dead simple decision tree on whether you should use the native bundle solution in Shopify or a third-party app. Let's get to it. Step one, let's understand what a Shopify bundle really is. On the front end, a bundle looks like one unified offer, but on the back end, every component needs to be tracked separately. You can't just track the single SKU of that bundle. You have to know what each individual item is doing behind the scenes. So when you're looking at a morning skincare routine that maybe has a moisturizer and cleanser, those things could be coming from different warehouses and need to be treated as separate SKUs. And if you also can't deduct the inventory at an individual level, it gets really hard to start tracking what you actually have in stock, what's available for purchase both as the individual item and within the bundle. So that's why bundling is both merchandising strategy, the front end, what you're bundling together, how much it's going to cost, how you're going to promote it, as well as the operations strategy, so how it's all going to be fulfilled, packaged, and sent out to the customer. So now that you understand that, it's time to choose which bundle type is going to be best for you. So this is the fork in the road because there's two core categories. There's multi-SKU bundles and then there's single SKU bundles. Multi-SKU bundle is exactly how it sounds. It's different individual items that are being combined together. So like I said, with moisturizer, cleanser, and maybe a toner as a skincare routine. This bundle type is best if you want to sell mix and match bundles or build a box experiences or even customizable kits. It's the type of bundle that you create when you want to give your customers more flexibility in what they're getting. Single SKU bundles, again, very similar to how it sounds. It's a bundle of one individual item, but it can be many of that item. So for things like bulk orders or even wholesale or B2B bundles, it's very popular for that kind. And it's perfect for brands that want a simpler back-end experience to pick and pack and ship those orders because they're only looking for one item. Let me share a few of the most common bundle types that I see in my day-to-day. First is starter kits. These are great because they are perfect for attracting net new customers and giving them the experience of all of your best products. So you see this a lot in skincare, hair care, supplements, wellness, and fragrance brands. This bundle works really well because it reduces decision fatigue for new customers. Next is the mix and match bundle, which is often used for things like build-a-box experiences or infinite options bundle types where, again, you want to give your customers a lot of flexibility in what they're purchasing. Reason being is everyone has different preferences. When they're purchasing snacks, some people might like one flavor, others don't. When you're purchasing cosmetics, everyone has a different skin type and they don't want to just purchase something that maybe works for someone with dry skin, but they have oily skin. So giving them this flexibility in choosing the color, the scent, the flavor that they want just, again, earns their trust and makes them feel more confident about making that purchase. These types of bundles typically are more complicated to create because of all of the mixing and matching of colors, flavors, scents, etc. But again, there is still an easy way to offer this bundle type that isn't going to break your backend workflows, which we will get into very shortly. Next is the subscription bundle, which is great for any type of consumable product. I also see gift sets a lot, which become very popular around certain holidays like Valentine's Day, Christmas, all of those big times of the year where people are scrambling looking for gifts for their significant others, family, and friends. It's basically done for you gifting. Here's something your SO's going to love. Maybe offer some premium packaging to make it look pretty, and it's a no-brainer. Automatically, a gift set is higher perceived value to the shopper because you're making their life so much easier. B2B packs and wholesale cartons are also super popular for bundling because it makes it easy to purchase one item in bulk. And lastly, but certainly not least, is sampler packs. So I see this a lot with any type of product that has different flavors, scents, or shades, and it just gives customers the best of all options. So with things like food and beverage brands or protein brands, any of those kind of things where maybe customers don't know what flavor they're going to want yet and they just want to experience, a mini version of every single one, that's where these sampler packs come in handy. So now that we've gone through the main bundle types, how do you actually set this up on your Shopify store? Like I said at the beginning of the video, there are two main options. There is Shopify's bundle native app, or you can use a third-party app from Shopify's app store as well. So how do you know which one's going to be right for you? As a rule of thumb, Shopify's bundling app is great if you want to sell more simple fixed bundle types. So not having mix and match bundles where people are selecting different flavors and shades, it's just going to be a fixed set. Here's the moisturizer, here's the cleanser, that's it. And also if you want a fast, no code setup. So I always say it's really great to start out for seeing what sort of bundles might work for your brand and just getting a feel for what creating and selling bundles is like. You won't get a lot of flexibility in terms of trying to create other types of bundles or customizing how it looks on your store. But again, it's a great starting point if you don't have any experience with bundles yet. Once you want to start getting into more dynamic logic and more customizations and flexibility, then that's where you want to start looking at a third-party app. Typically, I see brands start to outgrow Shopify's native bundling app when the following happens. You need more tiered or customized pricing or discounting. You want to offer more flexibility to your customers in terms of what that bundle looks like and the items they can select in it. So having things like swatches for colors or a guided flow. You need the ability to offer complex mix and match bundles across a large catalog. You have multi-location inventory, so you have some items in a bundle at one location and other items in a different location. If you need to surpass Shopify's bundle option and variant limits, so if you're using Shopify's native bundling app, you can have up to 2,000 options and variants, but it's very easy to surpass that when you are selling things like apparel or jewelry where there's maybe different finishes, different sizes. Like I said, I've worked with brands that have had 1 trillion different bundle options and variants, so 2,000 is very easy to surpass. So that's another reason why you may need to use a third-party app. If you need subscription bundles or B2B bundles, and if you need clean order breakdowns for your 3PL, ERPs, and multi-warehouse setups. These are all the core reasons when I see brands hit a wall where they decide they need to start using a third-party app instead. So when is it time to use a third-party app? Look, at the end of the day, if product bundling is core to your average order value and conversion strategy, then typically going with a third-party app is going to be a more scalable solution. You want to pick a partner that you can stick with long-term because, trust me, I know the frustrations of having to migrate all of your information from one app to another. So You want to make sure that the choice you make from the beginning is going to be one that you can stick with as your business grows. I mentioned this a little bit at the beginning, but if your priority with your bundles is also to have operational accuracy, then Simple Bundles is a really good way to go. Our platform breaks bundles down into their individual components so that you're tracking every item from a single SKU level versus one SKU for the whole bundle and not actually knowing what's happening with all the individual products that make it up. We also surpass Shopify's variant limits, and our front end is very extensible so that you can work with an agency or your own dev team or even our support team to create things like swatches and have the front end look a little bit more like your brand. We support multi-location and complex fulfillment workflows and are also integrated with other tools like Judge Me for reviews, Shopify POS, and more. I won't keep pushing Simple Bundles on you, but I do just want to make sure that you're aware of us as a potential partner to get started with bundles or to potentially go to a partner that can help you with more complex workflows if you've already been bundling and are running into some of the issues that I mentioned. We do have a free plan available, so you can at least try it out and get started with creating any type of bundle up to 3 on the free plan. No other limitations than that. If you decide to give Simple Bundles a try, then great. If not, then let me still leave you with a final checklist to make sure you're creating bundles that convert and don't break your backend ops. So before you go live with any partner, make sure they have the ability to deduct inventory at a component level, make sure the bundles behave correctly when one component is out of stock, that the order breaks down clearly for pick and pack, especially with your 3PL, that variant selection rules make sense, the pricing logic is consistent so you have no surprises with trying to offer discounts or free gift with purchase or anything like that, and overall in the front end experience, just make sure your merchandising is clear. So what's included in the bundle, what are the savings? What are the benefits for your customers? At the end of the day, creating bundles on Shopify is relatively easy, I promise. So just to wrap it up, if you want simple fixed bundles, Shopify's native bundling app is great. If you want to offer mix and match, build a box, tiered pricing, or more complicated bundles, then a third-party app is a really good solution for you. And if you want clean backend operations and 3PL-friendly breakdowns, then that's where Simple Bundles shines. I can't wait to see what some of you put together. And before you go, make sure you like and subscribe so that you don't miss our next video, because we're dropping bundle tips, Shopify tips, and more every couple weeks here. See you in the next video.